All right. Wow. What is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Tripp, and welcome to the rapid reaction of Nxt Takeover Toronto. What a spectacular pay-per-view this was, as this always is. And let's just go ahead and let's jump right into it because I think we had a great night tonight. Let's start off with the NXT Tag Team title match between the Street Profits and the Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. What they're doing in NXT, because they just know put a tag match, get started, and and they've always done it. They've done it with the Undisputed Era in the past. They've done it with the War Raiders and everything like that. So it was just fantabulous and just truly epic. So loved it. The Street Profits, the tag titles, the tag champions. I had it in my predictions episode yesterday. I had the Street Profits actually losing because they've been on Raw, Monday Night Raw, for the past 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 weeks. Ever since it was announced that Paul Heyman was going to be the executive director of Monday Night Raw, the Street Profits were there. So I kind of just thought the Street Profits would obviously lose their tag championship, but that did not happen. They retained. They had a fantastic match with the Undisputed Era. Some good back and forth stuff there. They kind of did the thing where I was kind of expecting Taz to be the babyface in Pearl, and he was there for a little bit. They kind of worked the Kyle O'Reilly worked the leg, but Daniel Dawkins came in and he cleaned up everything, and he hit a finish with a few spears, and then Taz hit a frog splash off the top rope to win. So here we are. You've got your tag champions, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, retain the titles, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the Street Profits now. It's also going to be interesting what they do with them being on Monday Night Raw. Now, if they do what they've continued to do, because apparently what they did after the last NXT takeover was they did the 8 weeks of television. They did that in 2 days. They did that. They filmed those things in 2 days. And I got to be honest, I'm not sure that's it's a way to save money, but it's not necessarily a way to, I think, do what's do what's right. I kind of think the better way to do it is maybe to do a live show, and then tape the next 2, and then do another live show after that, because you never know what could happen. Because if they did that a few weeks ago, then of course they did the thing, and then the thing with Tommaso Ciampa happened with his neck. So it just I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they did it that way, but I'm not feeling it. But what I'm trying to get to is that I guess if they continue doing it like that, I guess the Street Profits could still be on Monday Night Raw, but they would just, but they'll do all of their stuff. Apologize, but I guess they'll do their stuff like afterwards. So next one, my rating for it. I'm going to get my rating. My rating was 4.25 stars. Again, I thought it was spectacular. The next match was the grudge match between Candice LeRae and Io Shirai, and again, Io turned heel, and everything happened in that steel cage match. And his best friends turned bitter enemies, that type of story. And this was pretty good. The crowd was kind of slow with it, but it stayed with it, and it got going. They did some great stuff. We had Candice LeRae hit her neck breaker from the second rope. Io Shirai hit her moonsault. They both kicked out of that. both got each of the finishers, and then we had the end be Io Shirai locked in a submission move that they said it was the I forget what they called it, but it was a submission move, and Candice LeRae passed out, and Io Shirai won that way. So I think that's a great way to look at it. You get Io Shirai now with a if she can keep this, she's got a deadly submission move as well. So we get Io Shirai submission move. If we get others in submission moves, so this could be interesting where they go with Io Shirai. Obviously, she is a heel, and we'll see what happens. But this could be some interesting stuff going on between Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. They could keep this going out for a long time. So that was very interesting. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was great. So then, in between that and the North American match, we had a fight between Killian Dane and Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle, with a microphone, came out of the crowd running to fight Killian Dane because Killian Dane has attacked Matt Riddle on NXT TV 2 times. And so he called out Killian Dane. Killian Dane came out and they fought. They fought in the ring. They fought up to the stage, and then they did they do the things where the referees fight off the security guards, and they even did something where they had, and it was kind of good because you could see he was kind of set up that he was gonna take him. They had one security guard up there, and he was like, and then Killian Dane ran, and he ran. What he ran to do, he tried to get Matt Riddle because Matt Riddle had a chokehold on him. He tried to get him off his back, so he was gonna run and jump him off through a table, and instead. Instead he did do that, but he took the security guard with him. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, some really interesting stuff went down during that fight. It's interesting. We can see what's gonna happen now. I'm sure they're gonna probably have some type of match on NXT television, and then that'll probably lead to a match at NXT Takeover in Chicago. So. That'll be good. And then there was the North American title match triple threat match between Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream, the champion. And boy, this was incredible. It's always some good stuff these guys work on. Pete Dunne with his joint manipulation, and we've got we have breakers, and then we have Velveteen Dream just doing all of his machinations and everything like that. So I apologize for yawning, y'all. I can't seem to get a good night's sleep for some freaking reason, but whatever. But this was exactly just what it needed to be. This was fantastic. At some point, we had Roderick Strong running back and forth with Pete Dunne and Velveteen Dream on the ropes, and he just ran from the other rope to the other rope, getting them elbows and everything like that. That was incredible, and he tried to do a double stronghold on both of them. It didn't work out exactly the way he wanted it to, but the one I liked is that he kind of played off as if he couldn't hold it anymore because his shoulder was hurt. I like that. It's those little things like that get to me sometimes. And there was some really good stuff. Pete Dunne, the only thing Pete Dunne hit the bitter end on Roderick Strong. The Velveteen Dream was holding the ref, and then he kind of didn't. When the referee went to count, he kind of held the ref, and Pete Dunne was like, "What the fuck you doing?" And it was really interesting. Some great stuff there. The end came when I think it was I don't know what it was. It was I think it was. Well, I don't know. I think it might have been. Yeah, it was Roderick Strong. He reversed another bitter end. He had Pete Dunne, and he gave him the backbreaker, jumping backbreaker, and then Dream came off with the Purple Rainmaker to get the victory. So it was spectacular. Just not Pete Dunne. Velveteen Dream is just a freaking star. he is the future of this company, and it is going to be, you know, the first thing, if I were ever to bring up Velveteen Dream, the first thing I would do is just put the title on him immediately. Either one, doesn't matter. Put the title on him immediately. So yeah, 4.5 stars. It was good. It was incredible. Next was the NXT Women's Title match between Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim, and you know, I this doesn't seem like that the crowd wasn't really into Mia Yim. I don't think, and the crowd is the crowd may be getting tired of Shayna Baszler, so the crowd wasn't really into this. But this match, to be honest with you, it wasn't all of that, you know, special. We've learned in watching Shayna Baszler that she is plateaued. She can she's I've seen her in the I've seen her in the Mae Young Classic, and she's pretty good in the Mae Young Classic. Don't get me wrong, but I also think that she is. But I don't think she is the. I don't know if she's the wrestler that can pull out, you know, 3 and 3.5 star matches out of Shayna Baszler like some other wrestlers can. Um, so yeah, this was all right, but it wasn't special. I liked the story they were trying to tell. They were trying to tell the story of that, because those are things is that, you know, the story behind this was that Mia Yim was willing to go the places that maybe her past opponents wanted to go. She took out Justin and Duke and Marina Shafir. So in this one she was doing things like she was pulling hair, she was fish hooking, she was gouging eyes. She put Shayna Baszler's arm in between the stairs and kicked it. So she was willing. So she was willing to do some things. So I like that story. It didn't kind of work really well. But you can see where it was going. They were trying to do the thing because because everything Shayna because it was the right arm. Shayna locks in the computer cuts with the right arm. So every time she locked it in, she could just grab one and then it would hurt. But then finally Shayna Baszler locked in some type of choke with her leg. What was going to be the third fall? William Regal showed it, and it was a barbed wire steel cage match with weapons in them. Basically, the Ambrose Asylum match, and man, I bet you Dean Ambrose would he would have liked that for that to happen in this Asylum match. He would have liked, instead of giving them a potted plant and all that other stuff. Yeah, but this was a 2 or 3 falls match. Basically, this was three stages of hell match. This was the first. And oh boy, this one, we all knew this was gonna be awesome, and it was. It was a 5-star match. It is what it is. But I thought these guys did some hell of a work. I thought these guys did a hell of a job throughout this. I thought they did some great stuff. Some. I can't even just go through everything that they did hard work. It's really what some of the big spots, 2 or 3 of the big spots. I think we had a Panama Sunrise. We had 3 Panama Sunrises. We had the regular one, then we had like the super one from Adam Cole, and then we had the Avalanche one from Johnny Gargano. And then Johnny Gargano set up tables. He was going to try to jump onto Cole. Cole rolled off. He hit him with kendo sticks. He set up 2 chairs. With Cole, as he set up the 2 chairs, he went for a tornado DDT and DDT'd him onto the back of the chair. Onto the back. Not the seat, but the back of the chair. And so that was that. And it was some good hard action. There was at one point where there was a bag there, and everybody thought it was gonna be thumbtacks. So when thumbtacks, it was like a steel chain, a pole, some brass knuckles, and some pliers, and some wire cutters. And those wire cutters were used so that they could cut barbed wire off. And Johnny Gargano cut off barbed wire. Adam Cole said, "Fuck this, I'm out." He climbed up, and they got to a part. They put a part on the cage where it was almost like it was. They obviously put it up there so that they knew that was going to be the spot. So they melded it onto that cage, but so they went to that spot that had the little covering over it, and then they went there and then they jumped. They kind of pushed each other off. Johnny Gargano was trying to push Adam Cole's face into the barbed wire. Instead, Cole blocked it and threw it off they both went out flying off onto the tables. Probably both. They kind of set it up a little too close, I think. So they only went to roll over. It was a 1, 2, 3, and it was a victory. He had won. That was he had won the third and deciding fall. He actually he had won the first fall by Johnny Gargano. Getting disqualified with a steel chair, which I like that. And when it comes to Iron Man matches and when it comes to 2 out of 3 falls matches, that whatever it takes. In the Iron Man match, we saw that with the Iron Man match years ago with Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. You get Brock Lesnar. He hit Kurt Angle with a steel chair. He got disqualified, gave Kurt the first fall, but then Brock he immediately got 3 straight falls. I think. You think he got a he immediately went and got a fall off the chair shot. I think he got an F5 off the he got a fall off the F5. Then he got it again. Then you get another fall. So Brock Lesnar was already up 3-1. So I like that type of storytelling. So I had no problem with Johnny Gargano hitting Adam Cole with the steel chair. I think what would have been better is if he would have continued to beat Cole with the steel chair and then get the second fall that way, and then they immediately went into the third. But they had to tell the story out, obviously. So because if it was gonna go 50 minutes, that's what they had to do. So and then so Cole got the first fall. Johnny Gargano got the second fall by lawn darting Cole into a steel chair set up in between the turnbuckles, and then he locked in the Gargano escape. Cole tapped, and then that's when they went into the third fall. So yeah, it was fantastic, a fantastic match. And that's what we knew it was. Those guys are gonna do what they gotta do. So 5 stars without question. And this was a great pay-per-view. Again, I really think they gotta do something. They have to build. Mia wasn't the girl, so they have to do something. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do. What I would even do is maybe like some type of the guys on Wrestle Talk talked about Dakota Kai. Maybe because she's almost back from injury, so maybe she's the one to take the title off of Shayna Baszler, and maybe that is. So we will have to see, but I think it probably does need to happen in some sort of fashion. So, but yeah, this was a fantastic show. Once again, NXT Takeover does not disappoint, and here we are. We got tomorrow night SummerSlam. Same time, 6 o'clock Central Time. So make sure you are here. Subscribe and click the notification bell because I will go live at the end of SummerSlam with a rapid reaction, giving my review of all the matches and my match ratings. So you want to be here for that. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys.